Okay, I'm back. I wasn't talking about anything in particular, but I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I'm glad you decided to turn the tape over. I just hope you're not listening to this side first. Ah, shoot. Well, have you ever sucked on a sucker and your lip vibrates and hits the sucker and then itches real bad or something? I'm still sucking on this dome that I won from Miss Oliver. Maybe I'll bring the other one down on the boat. Kill some time. It really doesn't take 8 hours to ride down to your favorite place, build a couple sand castles, go swimming, and come back, you know. Well, I guess I need to be talking about something else, you know. Instead of sitting here being like a critic, you know. Everyone's a critic. So I guess I should just say, if you can't beat them, join them. I joined them a long time ago. Now they decide they're going to just join it now that I've carried on their attitude. I haven't burped a whole lot in the last couple days. I've been farting a lot, especially in like Spanish whenever we're cutting up near the end of class. And one time, it was like we went into a classroom and it stunk real bad in there. Carla started complaining, saying, "It stinks in here," and I said, "I'll take care of that," and I farted. Kind of like getting smart, you know, if you don't like that, maybe this will smell a little bit better. A real quick one, kind of like a toot, as Alicia and Diamond called it. But anyway, what was that? Well, maybe I can play something for you on the keyboard if I can find something to play, you know. I don't know many songs. I tried to play the Jesse James song and I can't play it in the same tune as it is on the tape. Oftentimes, like, it's all, like, have one of them keyboard tapes, you know, just frequently. Some tapes have video power, some don't. I guess it can be the same way with the keyboard. Some tapes I play the keyboard, some tapes I don't. I played this song a long time ago using the chords. When I finally learned how to use them. Shoot. Hit my elbow on the thing there. I need to turn the chords on there. Turn the chords up. Can you hear this? That was cool. Maybe I could put some words to that. It's that young girl, get out of my mind. You know that song. I think it's got some cool chords in that thing. Wait, I can't remember how it goes. Well, listen to this right quick, see what you think of it.
What is this, a diary or a concert?
Try not to play this thing too loud. I'm sure the microphone will still pick it up. Woo! We were playing, you know, and Let's Make a Deal in Spanish today. She asked us, how do you say it's 105? People were saying son las, and I thought nobody was ever going to figure it out. Then, of course, Sarah Trammell almost got it, and then Stephanie, she got it. You know, she said es la, something that's es la un y. No, es la una y cinco. Well, that's fairly easy right there. But when you're saying 155, you don't say 150, es la una y cincuenta y cinco, which is 55. You say es la dos menos cinco, which is 2 o'clock minus 5. People don't understand that. I don't know why. You want me to pause this tape and practice a song right quick and see if I can play it? If I find that I have the aptitude, I'll let you hear it. Hold on. I can't play that song worth a crap, man. Let's see, what else do I know? What other good songs do I know? I already played you the one about I Know You're Out There Somewhere. You don't ever hear that song on the radio no more. I've been waiting to hear that, you know. You find it more likely on an oldies station, but they play songs from like 1987 to 1989. And they got about 6 zillion of these California-like songs out there, and I get sick of hearing it. They play those things all the time. They got like, I wish they all could be California girl. And then they got, there's a little old lady from Pasadena. And then they got like, she forgot, like, fun, 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 till her daddy takes the tea. You know, there's endless, man. You want to hear more of those songs that bring back memories. They got enough of them California songs out there. And it never fails, Mr. Bagwell turns on his radio, they're going to play one of them. In just an hour's time, you know. Sometimes even a half an hour if he doesn't turn it on until he's ready for you to do your assignment. I bet you I'm going to be jealous of myself back then, because, you know, just sit in a peaceful classroom listening to songs, doing geometry, you know. The kind of stuff that you're good at. I only like to do stuff that I'm good at. Like Nintendo and math, and I'm surprised I don't like to do chemistry as much as I do. Let's see what else I can play. Can't think of any real songs that are any good to play. I don't have to think for a while, you know, there's plenty of songs out there, you know, Beat It, like Michael Jackson. They did that on Back to the Future, too. But, I mean, that's not one of those songs you sit here and play on the keyboard, you know. It just doesn't work that way. I guess I can still pretty much say that I'm getting pretty good time alone these days. And even if it's rare, you know, you learn to appreciate it. Besides, I'm sitting there on August 29th. I had about 3.5 hours to myself when they went to the Winona Judd concert. And then it was like August 31st, 2 days later, I said, I've been waiting too long before I can make a tape. You know, that's just unreasonable. Well, maybe it is kind of, because, you know, I'm living alone for the rest of my life. I have so much in common with Kevin McAllister, you know. I like to do stuff that I can do, you know. I like to do stuff when I don't have people constantly up and down my spine telling me how dumb it is to do that, or how dangerous it is to do that, or how it would ruin my reputation. You know, I know what I like, and I know what's worth it, you know. People don't ever say anything about it anyway. Well, I don't even know. I can't think of an example, but I mean, what can you express? What kind of opinions are you supposed to express? You're supposed to go up to some lady on the street and, hey, don't you like that last guy's music on Contra 3, you know? What are you supposed to say to her? Well, you know, I don't like to say lady because then you think I don't understand romance, but I'm talking about anybody, even a man, you know? I walk up to Max. What am I supposed to say to him? I'm supposed to say something like, you know, I like that music on Contra 3, don't you? Or maybe more like that music on the radio. That's all people ever talk about in the high schools. Cars and radios and who sings this or who sings that, or all kinds of junk, man. Talking about what happened to so-and-so, what happened at work, how so-and-so got beat up, how so-and-so got fired, how this guy got into a wreck, this gal broke up with him, this guy, you know. Back in 8th grade, people sat there talking about how you could jump under the sand on Super Mario Bros. 2 and 6-3 and go to the left over there. So I figured that out without the help of Nintendo power, too. So I guess I did have some sense, and then I figured out Zelda 3 without the assistance of Nintendo power, but Super Mario World, I get to the Star World and I try it 1 or 2 times and I can't do it. Then the dummy that I am, I reach for that Nintendo power and start looking. I don't have any sense, Tim. There's a lackitude there. It's the only effing thing in the whole entire. Alright, what do you think they expect you to find some invisible block off the top of the screen? Boy, I think you just about lost it there, you know. Video games aren't that hard. If you're looking for a secret like a black mirror on Zelda 3, no such thing, I bet. I don't understand why they let you. Well, I don't know. I mean, they let you take the shovel wherever you want. Now, I guess that's okay, but if you're looking for the flute, you know, you don't. They put it in just about the same place that it gives it to you, you know. And I think maybe they'd put it somewhere out there where you can't find it, you know. And of course, that would be too hard. He says he buried it somewhere in the haunted grove. Why didn't he bury it up on Death Mountain, back where you find the ether spell, but instead he put it in the dark world, you know? This is the dark world. If you bury it in the dark world, why are you going to find it in the light? Well, maybe he buried it before he came to the dark world. I don't know. How'd he get to the dark world anyway? There ain't no warp there. If there was, I didn't know about it. He's just sitting there playing the flute, and all of a sudden he disappears. He's in the dark world. I don't even get it. Well, let's see, what have I got in my notebook here that I've collected over the past couple days? I got some paper here. I don't know what's on it. Oh, my Koopa Kid comics. I don't believe it. It's the ones with Periwinkle. Maybe I'll read them. I don't know. Let's see, Ludwig's playing cards. He's almost got a straight flush, but two spades messes it up. All he needs is the 10 of hearts and he gets.
Tell me you're not fixing to read all those comics, please, please. Isn't he on July 20th?
To find out it's Lemmy's $50, and he was just using it, you know, to show off to people, you know. Be walking around with a $50 bill in your hand, I'd love to do that at school. And just hope that nobody steals it, you know, and I don't think anybody would, though. I haven't decided what Smart Ball is going to do to him yet. If he's going to swallow him whole or something. I already got an idea of how I'm going to make Periwinkle die. But I'm not going to say it just for the sake of the circumstances under which I suspect I may be. Because it was the same way on August 5th when I talked about jacking off that time. I don't know how long it's going to be before I get out of this stupid habit. Like the first 4 days of school altogether, I did 11 of them. That was just in school. You know, it's really stupid. I mean, it's such a stupid thing. Why do I have to be the one that does it? You think it's not bad enough? I walk weird, I talk weird, I have these little itchy bumps on my hands. I can't go through a single day at school without somebody asking me about that. What the heck is that on your hand? What's wrong with your hand? Every day, I swear. Every single day. Except for one day. One day, they didn't ask me. It was like Tuesday or something. I think it was Tuesday. I mean, you think this stuff would go away over the Labor Day weekend? It's like almost every day I went to school, it was getting better and better and better. And then we get over the Labor Day weekend, you think you get 3 times as much cure. Doesn't get any better, does it? It's still going to be there all this weekend, all the way through Monday, all the way through the next, or probably the rest of this month, for that matter. I'm sure I've gone through a lot of tape, but I don't know how much I got left. I don't really care. I'm beyond care. Oh, there's tape recorders over here. Yeah, I sure have gone through a lot, man. Look at that. What the heck happened to all this? I guess I want to finish these Cuba Kid comics, huh? So much for that funny link in them Link comics, though, in Nintendo Power, because I could have sworn there was going to be one there. I wonder if I bought that Sedeco tape here. That'd be a fun one to listen to. If I record in that stereo, though, my voice is about as quiet as this. I'm sitting here talking. I'm sitting here. It's not that I like being alone. It's that I like being undisturbed. That's the kind of word I'm looking for. You know? I can't stand listening to tapes when I can hardly hear myself, having to turn the volume all the way up. And then all of a sudden the volume goes up all of a sudden on by itself. Then you turn it back down, you know, you go back and forth. Well, anyway, there isn't a whole lot of stuff in this Nintendo Power. Some pretty good tips about The Legend of Zelda, but that's just people asking questions about stuff you already know. It's just fun to listen to other people explain how to do it. They don't try to explain to you that you can't go through the switch, but you have to try to find another way around those blue blocks. You know, they just say, go this way and go that way. You know, they don't tell you that there's going to be some red blocks later on, and that's why. They don't tell you why to turn the switch blue. They just tell you to turn it blue and then go back, you know. I think they ought to tell you why to turn it blue so that you don't, so that you understand what you're doing, you know, because if, you know, you go and get that big key and you say, well, why did I turn that switch blue for, you know, seems like they ought to tell you why to turn it blue so you don't. I'll be darned, and we made it to volume 40, didn't we? Yeah, this is volume 40 of Nintendo Power. Felix the cat. It's like all the other these guys. I can't stand things with huge mouths. I'll tell you, Beetle Bailey, they had this one Beetle Bailey. He had the biggest mouth, and I just abhorred it. I'm telling you. Hey, there's a word we learned in general advanced English. I don't believe it. I used it. I used a word from our vocabulary. I can't believe I didn't think of that. He asks, where's the staff of Byrna, or whatever it is. I used to call it Burna, but that sounds dumb. And it says, the staff of Burna can protect Link from damage, but it uses lots of magic power to operate. You'll find this mysterious relic in a cave on the side of Death Mountain. From the Dark World warp in the Circle of Flowers, walk straight off the side of the cliff. You'll land on a small ledge with a cave entrance. Inside the cave, you'll find a wall of moles blocking the passage to the staff. Bop the moles with a magic hammer, and then sprint down the hallway of spikes. Make sure you have extra life potion, or you may not survive the damage from the spikes. At the far end of the hall, you'll find a treasure chest, and the staff of Burna is inside. The staff can keep you safe on the return journey. Now, why didn't I think of that?
Because, Bozo, you used your magic with the cape on the way up to get it.
Through it. I'll scratch my throat again, huh? My mouth is miserable. Myself is miserable. I'm just miserable. Look at this, man. The stuff just comes right off the paper. I don't want to have boogers all over my carpet. It's bad enough it's 83 degrees in here, probably. With 75% humidity, probably. You go downstairs, you walk on that carpet, your feet get wet. That's how humid it gets. And you let all that humidity inside, it's not much easier, you know. You might as well sleep outside. It's probably cooler outside than it is. Of course, nobody would agree with my opinion about hating the hot. You know, if they hated the hot too, they'd probably close the windows. That's why I don't tell anybody. That's why I don't ever express my opinions. You know they're going to disagree with you. If they agreed with me, maybe they would have closed the windows sooner. Maybe they think I like it. I don't know. Hola, buenos dias. This is my Spanish folder. I'm just looking at it. We're practicing numbers. I can count to 100 in Spanish, but I'm not going to do it on this tape for the sake of, number one, I don't have much tape left, and number two, people don't respect it. People don't respect a high self-esteem. They just think you're trying to be a show-off. I don't think there's such a thing, man. If you're trying to make people look bad, that's one thing, but I look at Mom's situation. She's good at banking. She can't help it. I'm good at Spanish. I can't help it. I'm good at Nintendo. I can't help it. It's not a fault. There's nothing wrong with being good at Nintendo. Just when you try to make other people look bad, that's when you're doing it. But when people criticize you for trying to make people look bad when they don't even go up there and play it themselves, how do they know they're worse than you are, you know? How do they know that you're trying to make them look bad when they've never even played the stupid thing? People don't know how bad they are anyway. Especially that time I was playing Life Force at Mark's house. I'll tell you, man, I could have screamed then. Oh, no, I held the anger in. Like Splinter said, you know, anger, when it's turned inward, it's an unconquerable enemy. That's true, man. You don't turn your anger inward. You either just gotta, you know, forget about it, you know. Forget about it. Praise the Lord. Read the Bible. I need to read the Bible tonight. I have to go back downstairs and get it. I'll tell you, man, I'm getting sucky with that Bible. I'm just not dedicating myself to it anymore. It's not always so easy. Well, what should I talk about now, huh? Think about it, it is so very... Oh, no. Let's see, I got the Contra music for level 6 stuck on my mind, so you have to... Why is it when you finally get to where you feel like making a tape, then your tape runs out, you know? And I have a 60-minute tape here. I've been making an entire tape for the last hour now, without anything to talk about, and now the tape's starting to run out, and now I'm starting to feel like I'm about to make a good tape, you know? I feel like I'm about to... Well, you probably got the right words in your mind, and I don't know. You can't tell me. You're not even going to try to tell me, I bet you. Well, why try to tell me? I'm not going to hear you anyway, am I? It just doesn't work that way. You can't communicate to yourself through time. Time warp. Sit here and read Nintendo Power or something. Is that a good burp? Nice timing, too. The tape's about to run out.